The Fiscal Affairs Committee, as a measure of handholding the members on fiscal affairs and in terms of its reference, has held a 30-hour webinar for Anandobazar Patrika on GST, income tax, foreign trade policy, customs, accounting standards, etc. The webinar was attended by more than 20 employees of Anandabazar Patrika and was well received. We look forward to serving the members of the Chamber on fiscal affairs, including indirect taxes, direct taxes, etc., going forward. Thank you very much.
The Energy and Environment Committee of the Chamber organizes programs in the districts at the industrial regions of the state. Thus, Prospects for North Bengal Investments in Sustainability was organized on 25th January at Hotel Sinclair, Shiliguri. It received participation of the senior members of the Chamber who have business interest in North Bengal. It included Dr. Alok Roy, past president, Ms. Nayantara Pal Chaudhary, chairperson of North Bengal and Northeast Committee. Both of them were present at the venue. Mr. Jayanto Chakraborty, chairperson of Agriculture and Rural Development Committee, who joined online. The program also had presence of dignitaries like NABARD CGM and Vice Chancellor of Uttar Bongo Krishi Vishwavidyalaya and an e-commerce entrepreneur from North Bengal. The program was participated by the business community in Shiliguri and also other districts of North Bengal, and it was widely covered in the media of the North Bengal editions.
Heritage Committee of the Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industry organized a first of its kind annual Corporate Heritage Recognition 2021-22, followed by an online panel discussion on industrial heritage of Kolkata. This was in association with INTAC and was held on 28th January 2022. The Bengal Chamber felicitated a few of its oldest members who have been in continuous membership for well over a century. Special commemorative plaques were handed over to representatives of these companies. The evening also featured an engaging, enjoyable and informative panel discussion on industrial heritage of Kolkata. The distinguished panelists were Shri K. Mohan, Director Personnel, Andrew Yule, Mr. Adhika Ratnasekhar, Chairman and Managing Director, Bamalori, Mr. Namit Shah, Managing Director, F. Harley, Mr. Gautam Ray, Executive Director, HR and Admin, CSC Limited. The session was moderated by G.M. Kapoor, Chairperson, Heritage Committee, BCCI.
The People Management Committee of the Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industry had organized the Power India Quiz on 29th of January 2022. This online contest was participated by more than 1,000 candidates from all across India.
Like every year, the Union Budget viewing was held on 1st February. The viewing was followed by media interaction, and the Chamber's reaction was covered in the media, both print and electronic. The annual post-Union Budget analysis was held on the following day of the budget, on 2nd February. This year we organized with Dhruva Advisors LLP, and the sessions had taxation perspective, economist perspective and industry perspective.
Hello, and a quick snapshot of the e-conclave which we had on the Indian infrastructure on the 9th of February 2022. Well, the theme was on infrastructure. We had 5 key sub-themes to it. The first being all about ports, and here we had a ringside view of how the ports work in India. We moved on to the energy sector, and in the energy sector we had aspects coming in from a financing end from the Tata Cleantech Capital team, as well as how the thermal and the renewable sectors balance out each other. The third session which we had was on technology and infra, and here we had experts from the IITs coming in and sharing their perspective as well. Another important aspect of the infrastructure conclave was urban infra. Here we kind of discussed the various aspects of PPPs. Finally, we concluded the session with a roundtable on financing infrastructure, what it needs for India, and how the entire industry needs to be involved in terms of making this happen.
From Economic Affairs Committee of Bengal Chamber, we have organized India Economic E-Conclave on 11 February 2022. The E-Conclave witnessed the participation of very eminent speakers including Sri Tarun Bajaj, IAS Secretary, Department of Revenue, Minister of Finance, Government of India, Sri Arun Mishra, CEO, Hindustan Zinc, Sri Sumit Deb, Chairman and MD NMDC Limited, Sri Siraj Hussain, former Secretary Agriculture, Government of India, and Senior Visiting Fellow, Indian Council for Research on International Economic Relations, and Mr. Siddharth Sharma, Group Chief Sustainability Officer, Tata Group, among others. The conclave focused on key policy issues across manufacturing, service, and agriculture sectors, and also addressed issues pertaining to taxation and impact of India's net zero pledge on the economy.
On Friday, 11th February, the Marketing and Brand Committee held yet another session of the Think series lectures. The speaker was Mr. Amit Munga, co-founder, ANS Commerce, which is India's first full-stack e-commerce enabler. Mr. Munga shared his unique take on decoding e-commerce, D2C brand ecosystems, and how organizations need to navigate the minefield of the digital platforms. The lecture received a very good response, with a lot of questions being asked, particularly with regard to direct-to-consumer ecosystems. Thank you.
Food is the most important thing in a person's life, and in India, we cherish food. India has got a culture of food, and Bengal, I think, is the food capital of India. I wanted to congratulate Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industry for the success of the program, the Rising Foodpreneurs 3. I want to congratulate all the participants. It is a platform to facilitate and recognize startup entrepreneurs in food and beverage industry. We have people from home bakers, bakery units, home chef, catering, cloud kitchen, and newly opened cafes. So our aim is to recognize these budding entrepreneurs, give them a platform, recognize them, facilitate them.
The IT Committee of the Chamber organized a program called Pink IT on 17th February in Sector 5, Salt Lake. The Consuls General of Australia and USA were present as guests of honor. The speakers included women leaders from technology business who interacted with the participants, all women, on how leadership may be achieved balancing work-life dynamics. The Energy and Environment Committee of the Chamber organized an e-workshop on sustainability reporting with PwC India. Mr. B.L. Chandak, Investors Relation Executive Director, RPSG Group, joined as the theme speaker. PwC India nominated experts who covered varied important topics under sustainability reporting and interacted with the participants who had wide range of queries.
BCCI's Indirect Tax Committee organized a comprehensive tax planning seminar with reference to GST, custom, and Indian foreign trade policy. This workshop and seminar covered new legislations enacted by the central government in the areas of ease of doing business in customs, like simplifications of the SEZ Act and rules.
The Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industry organized its annual Rural Conclave, Rural Connect 2022 on 22nd and 23rd February of this year. The objective of the program was to create a platform for deliberations on policy perspective, market opportunities, technology-driven platform for rural and agro-produce, and innovative financing option for rural market stakeholders. The conclave was attended by the experts from agriculture, rural development, finance, and technology sectors. The conclave was graced by Shri Shobhandip Chattopadhyay, Honorable Minister in charge, Department of Agriculture, Government of West Bengal, Mr. C. S. Shetty, Managing Director, SBI, Dr. A. R. Khan, Chief General Manager, NABARD, Dr. Sudip Kumar Chakraborty, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Uttarbanga Krishi Vishwavidyalaya, and the father of Indian rural marketing, Mr. Pradeep Kashyap, founder of MART, and many other eminent personalities.